We are
It
live.
literally changed my life.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning.
Taking boner medicine,
Pop,
Matthew?
pop, bobble, and cuckoo
It
bob.
literally changed my life what Jim was
Taking
talking
boner
about.
medicine.
From one day, woke up the next morning, and everything looked and sounded and
It
seemed
was as
different.
if the entire country had been blessed.
Yeah, it's totally different. It was
One of those
wild.
things.
Hey, here's one. George in Connecticut. Are you new, George?
Good morning, George. Good.
So I think Rob and I should compare which Benjamin Moore whites we have on our walls.
Well, this is not white. This is like a tan.
Well, it's basically a white with different pigments in it. It's got
it's tan. Well, all paint is
I
white.
remember back in the 70s, there was only one color that we used to use, Navajo white.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the big, Navajo white was the big one. But now there's like 4,700 versions of white.
You can make anything now.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but you can go crazy. Yeah. I actually like paint stores and looking at paint things, but I'm not good at projecting. We're going to get so like
it's kind of like Rain Man shit, right?
I can't. I know what I like when I see it, but it's hard for me sometimes to decide what color. I did this blue on this one wall is like a accent. It's a deep dark blue. It's almost black, right? But to find that right blue, it's the only wall. The people that flipped this painted everything else. That one wall, when I redid the fireplace, I wanted a deep, deep blue. Because behind the TV and all that. So
one of these streams, I'm going to play a game where I write down a list of just mentioning a word and see how far off Mazzy will go with that word.
This is HGTV time. Fuck vinyl shit. Fuck vinyl talk.
I know.
Hey,
this is pitching a new internet YouTube show. Bring Mazzy into your house and let him redecorate.
Hey, you joke about it. You joke about it, but when you come here, you like what it looks like. You like
this is very important. Yeah,
Nick. Whatever. You guys.
Hey, one of Mazzy's
jealous. I found it's jealousy.
Hey, one of Mazzy's big pickup lines is do the drapes match the carpeting?
Yeah, you want to see my walls? They're pretty fucking horrible. Uh-oh, look at those speakers. Who wants to buy my shoes?
Okay.
Look at that amplifier.
I don't know if what you heard, the Rhino Hi-Fi was announced, the next one, which has been done before.
Well, hold on. Was there any build up to this?
No, but I knew about this one before. I didn't know it was going to be announced today.
Okay.
But
who made the announcement, Rhino, or did Westman do it?
I just got Shorefire Media press release.
Okay.
They've been talking about this one. It's Superfly. And it also is on tape, too.
All right. So it's only one disc.
One title so far.
No, one disc. So the Superfly, because when they did that Run Out Groove, they did a double. That's the one
that had bonus tracks. And
I have an OG of it. I think I have an OG in my next auction.
The Run Out Groove is excellent, so I don't need this.
Well, okay, let me help you out.
It's a good record.
It's a well-recorded record.
Yeah.
So I have an OG Monarch pressing. That sounds excellent. So, not knocking it. It's a great album.
Okay, fuck you, Marcus. That's really out of line. That's bullshit. Oh, roped. I thought you said raped. Okay, they're both out of line, but I thought it said raped. I looked at the small type on the right here. I apologize for being so.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let's not get nasty.
Well, I thought it said something else. I apologize.
No. But even I don't know who the Maisie Owens is. The one who played in your house.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just saying you pulled off some sort of coup. I think he's relating it to your breakdown of your color decorating thing. Yeah, okay. I think I vaguely heard of this band, Boards of Canada, a long while ago, but they put a new album out, and it seems like there's a huge amount of fanfare about it.
This is downstairs in my room. There, this is what it's like. Okay, so
right, well, now you're feeding into America's.
okay.
I remember testing that movie.
Yeah, that Boards of Canada is good.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
You can find the Monarch pressing of Superfly. It sounds excellent. So it makes me feel like it's just a well-recorded album anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
I did hear.
I think that's a good choice. It's now someone will say it's not necessary. The Runout Groove is not in print anymore. It's out of print.
So. I think you can still get it though.
You can get anything if you want to pay for it. It's not crazy money.
No. What was they did another Curtis Mayfield album, Runout Groove. I think you could still get it at the regular price that it was.
Could be. But remember what we talked about is what they said. Sometimes their bean counters or their stock people, whatever you call them, will say, okay, it's time to repress X record, whatever the record is, Fleetwood Mac, Superfly, whatever. It's time for a repress. We're low in stock. In our retail outlets, we have to go to a repress. So sometimes what they do, instead of just repressing what they've had for the last 5 years, they'll go to, say, the Hi-Fi or the Reserve and do a new version. And so that's their logic, where sometimes you see the same old shit.
I don't listen, Mazzy. I don't disagree with your point, but how long have they been doing the Rhino Hi-Fis? 2 years?
3 years? 2-3 years?
I don't think there's been a title that people go, oh, finally.
Well, Buckingham Nicks was that.
But that was.
Yeah.
They did a cross.
Well, they did both. They did both. They had two versions.
Okay, that's the one title.
Yeah. Well, I think they're television, maybe stooges, but I don't know. Yeah. You could definitely argue or quibble about it, and yeah.
But
yeah, I like that Boards of Canada thing. I've been streaming it.
Jack, I've been listening to that Alan Toussaint at Joe's Pub. I'm recording a video this weekend about it. It is so good. I pulled
that new or a reissue?
Who put that out?
It's Kraft. It's only came out in 2013 as a CD. It was recorded in 2009. It's just him on the piano, like a songbook, like that Randy Newman songbook, but not in the studio. But it sounds like a studio. It's beautiful. The audience is great. I've been to Joe's Pub in Manhattan. It's a great place. But this is the first time on vinyl, and it's expanded. It's the whole thing. So it's not, it expanded from the CD apparently. Apparently tracks that were not on the CD. It's so good. And of course, if you don't know Alan Toussaint's songs, I mean, they've been hits for everyone from Bonnie Raitt to Robert Palmer, Sneak and Sally did some of his stuff, and of course the Meters and Boss Skaggs.
The last two records he put out, the last two are unfreaking believable.
Yeah,
this one, the American Tunes.
I have that. That is really good.
Holy shit! Yeah. His version of American Tunes makes me weep.
I only have that on CD.
It's really good, really good. And then this one, these are his last two records that he did before he passed. Excellent.
From New Orleans. I mean, he's a major figure in modern music, definitely.
Well, I don't know how New Orleans this is because I was at Freak Beat.
He's got that piano style a little bit.
I was at Freak Beat one day, and I was introduced to the guy who plays drums on these records. So they're they're LA studio guys. But anyway, fantastic, really good. If you don't have them, check them out.
That Little Beaver album is a great record. I guess the reason they must have had tape issues. That's why. I mean, because they would have done it all analog if there weren't tape issues. So I don't know the answer to that, but that's probably why. Because, but the Reserve, unlike the Hi-Fi, if the digital version is better, they'll do that, like the Moondance, like the Van Morrison ones.
I don't know the answer to this. I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing, Leland. Was it a thing?
He's joking. Now, okay, I got a question. That one weird guy from Hawaii. Someone posted.
I wanted to rant a little bit about.
Is he an A? Someone said that's AI.
No, you know what? Next time I see you, I'm gonna take that phone and step all over it. How come it can't occur to you to just put it on silent?
Is he AI?
He has a watch too. Okay. From what I understand, he's been accused of having AI write his script.
Oh, that's different.
But here's my rant about that dude. All that dude is doing is dredging up things that are old. He is not putting out there anything on his own. Like, it doesn't seem like that dude has the ability to concoct a point of view based on his own ability to track down stuff. He's just pulling. You know what?
He's he's handing someone the match and lighting the fire.
No, but he's taking. I understand you I believe you could take people's clips if you editorialize it, not based on my opinion, based on what YouTube will accept. But I don't even feel like he's editorializing people's clips. So if I was any of those people that clips he's using, I would challenge the use of them on his channel.
Yeah.
He's not, and he's very, I've read his responses to people. He's very smug. That's one thing I don't, quality I don't like.
Here's my take on that thing. And I don't know the guy, and I haven't watched the last video, but it sounds like he didn't base his channel on original content, talking about how we don't know anything what his taste is in music. And he just started coming out the gate, bringing up these the bullshit of the VC, the dramatic side.
Right.
And that's it. No content about him. Like if you or me, once in a while, we'll do a video about something.
Well,
and
we know
we have a bedrock.
You know where
we're coming from. I don't know where the guy's coming from.
That guy is, first of all, he's getting the views. He's not getting the subs. I think it's more like people are going there just to see what crap falls out of his mouth. Hold on one second. Dude, Jack Lord died a while ago. I don't think he just died.
No, he died a long time ago.
But you're okay. I'm trying to make a connection for you, Michael, because we're talking about some douchebag in Hawaii, and Jack Lord stayed there after he made the show.
Oh,
okay. But that guy, if you're watching, dude, take my clips, because I'm controversial all over the place.
Yeah, but you talk about music too. I mean, you're a collector.
Here's the funny
defending
thing.
You, Rob. There we go.
No, I appreciate it. But I feel like when there is an issue, I'll bring it up. Mm-hmm. But people have no problem throwing it back at me. But that dude, rest in peace. It's not even Christmas time, dude. Hey, I'll tell you what.
Wait. I thought they've discovered that he didn't die, or he came back.
Okay, hold on one second. I went to go visit my mom, who's in a place up in Philly, and it's a kind of borderline. People retire there, but it's a Pennsylvania town where people are MAGA.
Does she live in the boroughs?
And religious, but we drove by, and there was a giant chrome statue of Jesus.
There you go.
Yes. Thank you, Shane. Again, he died a long time ago. What's people's problems? You know what?
It's Friday. You're not used to doing a video.
What is even that guy's name? Hey, Hawaiian audiophile nonsense guy.
You're not used to doing Friday. Friday is a good day for a live thing. People are ready for the weekend.
I apologize to the Hawaiian people. That dude he doesn't come off Hawaiian.
No.
Even white Hawaiian.
He's no Ponce Ponce. So So are you excited? Is it this weekend He-Man opens up?
Okay, I am the guy who says this. If you worked in a hot dog factory, you would never put a hot dog in your mouth. I spent over 30 years standing in movie theaters, learning by osmosis the operating procedure. I rather watch films at home. I know that's sacrilegious, so I would like to see the He-Man movie. When it drops, Amazon made it. When it drops on Amazon Prime, I'll probably watch it.
Is it getting good or bad buzz?
I think what it is the standard reviewers don't care for it. but you're dealing with over 40 years of fandom,
right?
And the fans seem to like it. It's doing
So,
everything.
yeah.
And I can tell you right now, let's see if anyone goes to
Jared Leto is
yeah,
like
but he is not. You do not see him.
Isn't he Dr. Doom or not Doom?
Hold on, you do not see him, and his voice is augmented.
Skeletor, right?
Right, but his voice is augmented, and you don't see him. So anyone could have done that performance.
Is it can't be good or can't be bad?
I think it can't be bad, but it's so okay. Here's the deal: the guy who directed it, Travis Knight, he's part of Leica, so his biggest hits are those. I think he directed Coraline, are those stop motion animation
from out of Portland. Yeah,
right. And he's done a couple live action movies. He did that Bumblebee movie, but he has a movie coming out Christmas, the next Leica film, that looks like it was traditionally animated.
Yeah, Joey is trying to get a job. My son at Leica.
Yeah, I think he could possibly win the Oscar for best animated film.
Well, it should be Gen X dudes. Yeah, I mean, I kind of missed the whole He-Man thing, and I mean, it looks like a guilty pleasure for me.
Okay, so here's what happened last night. So they do Thursday night releases for all the films. Scary Movie made 7.7 million. He-Man made 4. So what are they saying that He-Man's projected to make? It's certified with audiences, so He-Man, I would assume if it made 4, I think He-Man could probably open over $30 million, but I don't know what the projection is. I think Scary Movie, based on that, might be the #1 movie of the weekend. So what are they saying? It was
last week. Some San Francisco kid made this horror film that was huge last week.
Right? No, but the 2 ones, the Obsession is making money, and the Backrooms is making money. But people I know have seen Backrooms. They're not highly impressed by it.
Shane, if you're talking about Leica cameras, I'm not one to really. I mean, I know about photography a lot because I was an agent for almost 40 years. But I don't know the ins and outs of, if you're talking about Leica cameras, I don't know. I know of them.
Where I'm gonna make it. What is he?
Leica camera. Like we're talking about Leica, the production company with a K out of Portland. It's basically run by Phil Knight. Phil Knight bought it. Phil Knight was the guy that started
the Nike guy.
He bought it and his son to run it, but his son has done a great job with it.
No, and his son had the He-Man, and he has the other one. Yeah.
No, he's not.
I mean, go watch the trailer for. I forget the name of the animated movie. That's all stop motion.
The Leica, it's 2 different Leica. Leica cameras with a C, and then Laika is Leica, the animation house. Like Coraline's or Box Trolls, they did all those, and it's stop motion outside of Portland, near Beaverton, I guess, where Nike is. So it's in that area. Wildwood, yeah. Thank you. I mean, Nick has his pulse. Nick's that generation.
Oh, I'll drop the link to the trailer for that movie. It's amazing looking.
I know Leica is not Leica, but I've been talking about that because I did that Jim Marshall photo interview with Amelia.
Spielberg movie, I believe, is next month, or maybe the end of this month. People have already seen it. But they're embargoed from reviews.
But what about the Spielberg film? Disclosure.
Who's James Handy? Oh, he was some old character actor. That is.
Doesn't Brian May do the music for?
Okay, here's the deal. There are 2 Brian Mays, Mazzy. Did you know this?
It sounds like there is. I didn't know this.
There's an Australian composer who did Mad Max. He's named Brian May, and then there's Queen Brian May.
Fluffy. I mean, I knew Jim Marshall for many years, and you're right. Watch the Jim Marshall documentary. Jim Marshall, the photographer. Gun charges, drug charges, but where he was like the Zelig of jazz, blues, and rock photography. He's at Woodstock, Alto, all these great photographs. So. Yeah. It's free on. Is it on Tubi or Pluto? You can watch it.
Probably both.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Well, can anyone tell me off the top of their head that Hawaiian guy's channel name?
No, he's not AI, apparently, according to Rob.
Yes.
He just reads from AI script.
Okay. As ridiculous as Jazz Bum Mike is, he's the deep dive guy. It's his conclusion that everything that Hawaiian guy says is an AI script.
Well, that's different. That's different than he's not an AI creation person.
Well, okay, Mazzy, let me ask you a question.
I'm asking. I don't know this.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you know the comic book guy from The Simpsons?
Yes.
That's who that guy looks like. Secondly, if you were going to tell AI to create,
what you saw?
If you really say make a guy who looks like the comic book guy.
Well, you saw Vinyl Community Casting. He showed that guy. That's why.
Right.
Can I say something?
No.
Please don't lean on the counter. It contains a very rare Mary word in which Mary convinces her best friend to commit. And I can't say that word.
That guy to me is a bit ridiculous. And I'll tell you this. I am not a fan of people that break news.
You're not a fan of people. Stop there.
I'm not a fan of people. I hate people, all of you. But I'm not a fan of people who break news that they did not break.
Right.
I mean,
right.
He's digging up controversies, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of people who just read press release. Oh, sorry, Maz.
It's okay. I mix it. I think you got to mix it up. You know.
You do. You mix it up.
Okay.
Jim Marshall ran some ads with me.
That's the guy, Living Analog Sound, but he's not breaking any news. Okay. Hey, Arnie Zanzibar, why don't you go hang out with Living and Analog?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. It's good. But that I'm not a fan of that type of channel. I don't understand. I mean, we have difference of opinions, but this manufacturer controversy that we occasionally find I don't know new breaking news that we should all be surprised by. What the hell is that?
Craig sent me this. Thank you, Craig. It just, I know. You didn't get one. I don't know. Thank you, Craig. I haven't watched it yet.
It's the inventory from the store.
Oh. That's a huge fucking logo.
Oh.
It might not fit my body. It might be too big for my body.
Sorry, Rex. I'll fix that.
Thank you. Thank you. Seriously, thank you.
Well, actually, maybe that accident was good that I banned Rex. Now I'll fix you, Rex. Let me go back and fix Rex. Let me, for the time being, I'll get rid of this fucking idiot, which is Arnie Zanzibar. Rex. Okay, Rex, you're on. Can you type something? You're unhidden. You should be good to go. And you're added as a moderator. Now, Rex, go back to posting your stupid ass comments. Okay. Sorry. Hold on one second. Listen, aren't you supposed to be glamping right now, Vinyl Piper? Thank you. Hey, Craig, if you want to come up, let me know. It's always good to hear from you. Yeah, bro. Here you go. Rex is back, everyone. The world's a better place. Now, Rex, can you start using your channel to come up with concocted audio controversial stories, but use an AI script? We already have a Chris here. It's Jazzbum Chris. Change your name. Thank you. I don't love your comments. Yes, Vinyl Piper is glamping. I've never met anyone who's ever spent time in a yurt, but Vinyl Piper is doing that this weekend.
You know, I did send out a nice, long, thoughtful letter to someone in a PR capacity who does stuff for Rhino. Because it's funny, people like Westman, been reaching out to me, like in the Hoffman Forum, saying, with all these shipping issues and delays with Rhino and the UK, limitations of getting some of these Rhino hi-fis, what's going on? And I just wrote a nice letter. I haven't got a response. I sent it yesterday. I don't know if I'll get a response saying, hey, I just want to let you know, I'm sure you're aware of this, and I talked about people are bitching about delays. I mean, some people will get something sent within a week. Some people 6 to 8 weeks. And it's not consistent. What's going on? And it's kind of wrecking the brand, that part of the brand. And I don't want to reach out to the A&R people like the Patrick Milligans and people, because that's not their job, even though they know about it. You know, I think it's too much to burden.
Hold on, Mazzy. It's their company.
Yeah, they're aware of it. I blind copied, whatever. But the people that do the PR for them should let the people know who can make a decision or can find out about that. So I don't know if it's going to turn anything, but I'm tired of getting, like, people think I have all these connections in that. And I don't.
I have a report in from Living in Analog, whatever that guy's channel's name is. And this is how he does it. I do notice he's reading something. Hi, everyone. Controversy. The Rhino can't get their shipping straight. Let me pull a clip from another stream. Hi, I know I look like comic book guy. I'm not AI. I'm real. Well, how long has it been since you got a Gravy Train record, Mazzy?
I did get, well, I got the Tony Rice, but that was like a couple weeks ago. I couldn't show it until June 1st. I got that about 3 weeks ago, and I got that Alan Toussaint. I did get some. Hold on.
Boom. Hey, Arnie Zanzibar, why don't you pull your pants up and rub all the peanut butter off your midsection, okay?
That's it. I haven't got anything else. Yeah.
Go back to the Leather Boys. Hey, I picked up some records. Let me show them. No one will give a shit about. So I'm not going all record shopping this trip. I just don't have the time or the desire. But I did stop at a couple stores, not really in DC, outside areas. This is an album I've seen a bunch of times. It's on Muse. It's Cecil Payne and Duke Jordan with Sam Jones and Al Foster. And it was cool to pick this up. It's not an expensive Muse record, but very nice, very clean. This is a record I saw before. When I was in Seattle the last time, what's that record store near Harry that's kind of overpriced?
High Voltage.
High Voltage. So they were playing this record.
Good
and I
story.
go, ooh, yeah. Can I buy that? And they go, no, it belongs to the owner.
Well, okay. There's a rule there that I think record stores, you should never play a record in store unless it's available for someone to buy.
No shit.
To the owner.
No shit.
Yeah, that's bullshit. We made sure if we were out of a record, if it was out of stock, we weren't supposed to play it in the store. We don't want to tease people.
Hi, everyone. This just in. Record stores that play records and then you ask to buy them and they say no. It belongs to the owner. Let's go to the clip. So I got this.
You should do a whole video like that, Rob.
Maybe I will do a video like
that. Put on a fat suit.
Kind of reminds me of the work you do in Record Collector News.
I'll put a ponytail on and go, hi, from Hawaii.
Does he have a ponytail?
I think. Hi, from Hawaii, the center of the audiophile news.
You know, that's bad.
Every time a volcano erupts. This is a nice 1970s Ornette Coleman change of the century.
Very nice.
Here, speaking of Tony Rice, I found a copy of this Norman.
Now that's a test record. Even Steve Hoffman says so. That I've had that record since the 70s. Is that Flying Fish or Rounder?
Oh, Flying Fish. I already have a copy of it. I found another one.
If you see this record, it's kind of like jazz grass.
Yeah,
you know?
Dave Holland's on it.
Yeah.
So I found this.
Vassar Clements. It's so good.
Yeah. Breaking news from the center of the universe, Hawaii. I found a German pressing OG of Timeless.
I think High Voltage is a good store. They're a little high, but they're a great store.
Their prices are high, but they do have good stuff there.
They have good. They're a well-organized store. They got a lot of stuff.
One of my favorite ECM records, this John Abercrombie Timeless. Yeah. This is a free jazz record that was released on Columbia. This is Burton Green, introducing Burton Green. Nice. Stone the Shrink. Nice 2i. Bayard Lancaster's on it. Good record here.
He's not AI, Eddie. He's not AI. The script, he reads from an AI script.
Apparently. No,
he's a flesh blood.
Look at his eyeballs. No pupils. This came out as a tone poet, this McCoy Tyner, but this is an OG copy. Nice record. Great lineup on it. Buster Williams is on this. And then this is the pickup of this trip. I already have a copy of it, but this Bill Dixon Orchestra on RCA. This is a free jazz record from 1967. Very hard to find an original of this. And I might swap this out. This is like a very clean copy of it. And it's expensive. But the guy, I said, can I look at it? And the guy at the store just blurted out a lower price. So I bought it. So nice. These were good pickups. But I don't think I'm going to really go looking for records the rest of the trip. So there you go, peoples. I showed some records. Okay, cool. Here. You serious? Are you serious? You can't find free jazz records in
Did you read the last part of that?
No, listen. I don't believe,
have to pay. I
honestly don't believe British people have a sense of humor.
That doesn't quite work on this side of the pond, as you say, David.
Brits have a sense of humor.
That is the oldest joke. That's second only to what's the guy James at the end of your thing at the very last 30 seconds always says link. It's as bad as that.
Yeah.
Hold on, Disco Devil. I'll try while we're streaming if I can find that your account is blocked. Let me.
So Rob, have you considered moving to one of your shows to Friday? Friday's a kind of a good chill day for people.
Well, to be honest with you, I was thinking of maybe going. If I go 3 days a week, that means I would do like a Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday. If people are okay with that, then that's what I would do.
Well, I could do a Friday.
It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you.
I don't want the obligation.
It would be all the same people participating.
Yeah. Friday's just a fun day. You feel like, oh, it's the weekend, and let's just chill out. And
not quite. I got a lot of shit to do.
Well, yeah. Turn your phone off.
Yeah, but you're.
I got to leave early. I do need to leave early.
So what else is new? You're like the quippy sidekick that dies in the second episode.
It is Tan. Hold on. It is Tan. And reporting from Hawaii, controversy in the VC, the Waxed has a tan background. Let's go to the clip. Okay, shut up and let me get this out. Let's go to the clip for Michael Fremer.
Hey, Craig, October, I have a question for you and everyone else here. You're talking about freebies. A label reached out to me yesterday that I've had no contact with. Their label in Europe, not the UK. You know, what is that new audiophile label that's part of Music on Vinyl? And they're putting out Golden Earring.
Yeah, a stupid choice.
Well, actually, it's a good record. That's their biggest record. That's their 9th record or something. But it's a massive record. That's one of the first records I remember playing. It came out when I got my first record store job in '73. Mm-hmm. Radar Love, of course. But yeah, 8 Artone. Thank you. I got a press release. They reached out to me, want to know if I wanted to get a copy to discuss and review. And I wrote the guy back, and this is not any big secret. I said, I read your press release. First of all, I'm not really big on double 45s, but it intrigues me, this label. And I said, the way the wording is, I can't tell if it's all analog. It says from analog tapes, but the way it says, it's one of those things like everything eventually starts at an analog tape. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually, you know. So it's kind of a weird verbiage. And I wrote that back. I was very cordial. And yesterday, and I know it's the time difference. I haven't heard from him yet. And if I was to listen to that record and showcase it, I'd want to tell the audience, like, this is actually all analog or not. And if it's not, that's fine. I'm not against DSD or something. So do you know anything about that, Craig, about that label? I know it's part of music. I know music on vinyl is usually digital cuts, right? But they're usually excellent records. Some people say some of their stuff is all analog. I know they do a lot of Sony stuff, which obviously is from DSD. But let me know what you know about that, Craig, if anything.
Yes, Craig. Do it now.
I'm only asking him because he's from that side of the pond.
Mazzy orders you to do it right now.
No,
Mazzy says
you could send him a link. You want to come up and talk about it? I don't know the answer to that, and
I'm still trying to find Disco Devil's name in the block.
And I did ask him, are there other titles which he can share? Because I think I'm surprised they're only rolling out with one title, a company that big. I understand when it's someone like a smaller.
Well, Mazzy, maybe they're doing the right thing by putting just one title out to see how it goes.
Yeah, but you'd think they do a couple things to get a different style.
Well, I'm sure they probably have a list of titles they're going to do.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if they're going to send me. The Dutch are very cool, and I doubt you'll have offended them.
Hey, by the way, Disco Devil, I'm going through this list of banned people. It's bringing back. I might have PTSD for the rest of the stream.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I reached out to I was very nice. I wasn't like accused. I just want to know. That's the thing, because it's one of those verbiages when they talk about analog that you're not quite sure.
All right, Disco Devil tried typing in a response, but it better be a good one or you'll go back to being banned. All right, Craig, I'm trying to manage it. These Fridays are becoming hard to manage.
God, you're so...
No, Danby. I don't plan to go into the city. I might be arrested and held against my will. News this just in from Hawaii. Audio controversy. The Waxed was arrested in D.C. for entering.
What about that shit-ass circus, that wrestling arena in front of the White House?
Mazzy, we are
That's
living...
not political. I'm talking about architecture.
Hold on. We are living through... Okay, Disco... I don't like the fact that you added your real name on the end there, Disco Devil. I was about to say something funny, but Mazzy cut me off, so I forgot. Let me give Disco Devil a moderator. Standard. All right, Disco Devil, you can go back to posting nonsense.
What's BWWs? Big.
Hold on, I'm trying to give
big
Craig
white women. What is big W? I don't know what that is. What is that? Do you know what that is, Rob? Herc.
Hold on, Michael Elliott. Let's stop this. It's not your thing, okay?
Hey, Luke, Pepita's stuck in the barn.
Hold on. Who said something, Mazzy?
Mazzy, as an industry insider, how do you feel about BWWs?
What does
that mean? I don't know what that means. Herc, what does that mean? Just spell it out.
It's probably a term. This just in from Hawaii. BWWs. Let's
big
go.
White women.
Let's go to Chad with the clip.
Boring white women. Big. I don't know BWW. Just tell us.
Yes, come on, you twerp.
I can't answer your question if I don't know what the question is.
I think it's Wingstop.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah.
Oh, Buffalo Wild. I've never been to a Buffalo Wild Wings. No, that's not Buffalo
I mean, I like it. I used to like it more. Jim likes the burgers there.
That's true.
Big busty women.
Maybe.
It depends.
Depends what we're all wearing. So.
I know B&Ws. I don't. If I was to go for a BMW, I'd pick an Audi over a BMW. I've had Audi.
This just in from Hawaii. Audiophiles wear diapers. Go to the clip. For me right now, making fun of that guy is not going to be old.
Oh my God. Everyone else is kind of gone.
God damn it.
On it, but
I'm getting better comments now.
From who?
Well, no, I recorded a video that's on after this. I've been reading comments on of my McCartney video, but I just got a good comment.
What was the comment?
I just got one. Soon as you said Paul McCartney's vocals were great on this record, it's time for me to shut you down. Look, I love Paul, love the Beatles, but you just can't sing anymore. Would you go see Willie Mays or Mickey Mantle play baseball at 82 years old? He just can't sing anymore.
Well,
if people listen, I think with his limited voice now, his voice is actually really good. It's not what it was, but his voice is good with what he. Have you heard the whole record, Jim?
I have not heard the whole record. No. I've heard about 3 songs.
Yeah,
they sounded slightly better than he sounds live.
Yeah,
but it's still, to me, it fucks up his legacy.
Can I say something about? I want to say something about the people who type the stupid responses to Mazzy's videos. Like they go, "This is it, Mazzy. You've lost me. I'm unfollowing you." You are the stupidest people that exist on the planet because Mazzy has so many people that subscribe to him. Your dumbass not watching is not going to make a hill.
Well, to me, it's dumb to not just me to. If you don't like one video or one thing someone says, that you hate everything they say, it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, I have a question, Rev.
No. I go by that.
Rev made a comment too. I didn't read it in my video, but he said something about wearing a peach shirt. Out of context, I didn't know what that meant, Rev. And maybe
also, Rev is right though. Hitting a fastball is different than singing.
Hey,
there are people who can still sing.
Hey, I'm almost certain if you had the opportunity to visit Willie Mays' grave, you'd sit there and look at it.
I've met Willie Mays.
I'm 70 years old, and I sing just as good as I always have.
It was so great growing up to Willie Mays baseball. Mays, McCovey.
Hold on. Let me explain something about Willie Mays. He played in an era where games were nationally televised, right? Enough people saw Willie Mays play, at least on TV.
Of course, yeah.
So it wasn't like an odd thing. It
wasn't.
But time where the games were only televised.
I'm aware of him coming from New York and being a judge. He was the number 24, retired definitely from Sims.
So all you guys have. You should hang on to it. That's all. It's all you have. You should.
I forgot what shirt I was wearing.
Hold on to Willie.
Thank you, Rev. I always forget what shirt I'm wearing when I record something. I usually wear black. I was wearing peach.
Okay. Can I? Here's another guy from Hawaii controversy. Mazzy's thumbnails now. Mazzy is posting a picture of himself in his thumbnails that looks like he just farted. What's the deal with you looking off in the distance like this?
What just happened? What
could be worse?
Yeah.
Thinking about, is that someone else's odor in my nose?
Just do this, Mazzy. Look in the camera, smile.
I do that 90% of the time. I do that.
It's like you just sat on a bed of nails.
Okay, I'm gonna go there. You tell me how to do a thumbnail in a video when you have 45,000 subscribers.
Oh, right? Yes, thank you.
Hey, you've done it, Mazzy. You're not gonna have to worry about me watching your video.
Let's arm wrestle right now.
You don't watch them anyway. That's fine. Nobody I personally know watches my videos. It's the strangers out in the world that watch my videos.
I'm not doing 3 days a week unless I get a lot more money.
This isn't going to play well with BB Thou.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes it's good for now. If you do a Friday morning, it's like a bookend. You do Friday morning Rob and Friday night Jazz Bums. So it's kind of like a split shift for Rob.
Rob can nap in the middle.
Leland, can you help me out on your next podcast with Mike? Can you cover sub shaming, especially Mazzy to me?
You know, okay, I'm going to say this honestly. The Rev is my favorite YouTube creator that no longer makes YouTube videos. I do watch his shorts on Instagram.
His shorts are fucking.
But I certainly miss him here.
This just in from Hawaii. The Rev needs to come back to making videos. Let's go to his old clips.
You know, my Saturday lights, I don't like doing regular Saturday night lights. You know, I just realized I tried, and I even hosted Tuesday instead of Rob because he wasn't here, and I enjoyed that. But I don't want to have to be somewhere every time. I feel it's not that I'm lazy, but I don't like that appointment thing. I get too worrying about what the show's going to be like, and I don't like that. So it's not for me. I'll do a random live stream whenever I feel like it.
I don't plan. I mean, other than setting up the
stream, I understand.
I don't plan what we're going to talk about.
I understand, but I can come here and just hang out.
Dream about it.
I don't have to be here. I know that's the difference. That sounds weird, but
I have a hot book of quips that was given to me.
You should burn it.
I haven't done it in a while. I liked the Tuesday morning one we did. We did 45 singles, and Harry was there, and it was a chill one. It was
I did read the comments.
So fucking boring.
I did read the comments where people were not too
impressed. Because I'm not a 45.
You sound like Trump. You sound like Trump talking about Colbert. Oh, people hate it. It's so unsuccessful.
Hey, do you want me to? Here's Trump talking about Mazzy's channel.
Yeah, Borden streams were fun. We should get Borden back.
Hey,
I like the chill outs.
Hey, if the Hawaii guy ever watches the stream,
yeah,
I suggest maybe you do a video on how
it's
to tell
4 o'clock in the morning in Hawaii.
Hey, Jim, words are coming out of my mouth and I'm talking at an audible level. Let me finish.
Yeah, but enough.
Okay, let me finish. I was saying, hey, Hawaii guy, if you're watching, please do a video to tell us how to tell if a pineapple is ripe or not. Okay? Can you do that? Now, Jim, you can go back to your nonsense.
There is the Hawaiian
in the morning. That's why he's not watching.
There is a Hawaiian candle guy channel who occasionally shows lounge records.
I have a subscriber in Hawaii.
Here's a question for anyone who knows Hawaii. Are there good record stores on Hawaii?
I don't know.
On any of the islands?
I've been to Hawaii about 6 times in my life.
Did you ever see a record store there?
I never
went to Hawaii. I didn't.
Maybe once I did. I didn't go looking for. You go to Hawaii, it's not about going to record stores, for me.
There's a lot of music in Hawaii, though. There's a lot of music. And they love that shit.
They have their own style of music in Hawaii.
Yeah, and they love that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to bring back. Here's a great album, the Warner Brothers record, the one-off. I mean, he's done other records, but Gabby Pananui did a great record on Warner Brothers in the 70s that Ry Cooder's on and produced, and it's fantastic.
What is
Gabby Pananui?
Isn't there a jazz fusion band that was popular from Hawaii? Like
Could
fusion, more rock. I forget the name of it. Their albums.
What's the big guy? Like the 300-pound guy in Hawaii?
That was Israel Kakalaka Makalaka.
Yeah.
Right.
I wanted to start a band. This is a bit racist, but I always thought it would be cool to start a band where all the guys wear, and this isn't gay or anything, but we all wear grass skirts and coconut bras. The musicians wear grass skirts and coconut bras, and we call ourselves King Kalani and the Blowin' Samoans. That's a great name for a band. It's a good look. We would get.
Oh, remember Seawind? I haven't heard about Seawind.
With that comment.
Seawind, man.
No, King Kalani and the Blowin' Samoans.
No, wasn't funny.
What about the grass skirts and the coconut bras?
Okay,
that would be a look.
Jim, didn't you say you had to leave? What's up, Craig?
Yo, hang on a sec. I'm still having issues. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfectly fine.
Hey, right. Craig.
So I just need to switch that over to that.
Okay.
There you go. Gotcha.
So tell us about the Dutch.
They're very cool.
I've been to Holland.
Yeah, they sorry about the mess. I'm in this junk room doing stuff. They pressed my stuff. I made a conscientious decision to move to them, and never look back. So I don't know who reached out to you from Artone, but chances are I've dealt with them before.
What is the I don't know. Is there a division of that company who goes, hey, it'd be cool to do an audiophile label, and here's what we should do?
I guess so. I mean, it's a big company. It's a huge company.
Yeah, but they like, the only thing I know is like they went into they've been doing those timeless reissues in conjunction with them. Yeah. So I don't know if it's from that same group of people who does stuff there.
Well, everything's in-house, so they got their own.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
Tape machines and
the guy's name. I won't mention his whole name. His name is Dennis.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means anything.
Hey, Hawaii guy, can you reveal Dennis's last name? Let's go to the tape.
So I thought that was a fair question because, it's a little disingenuous. I'm always slagging on double 45s. I don't say they don't sound good. I just said it's not my thing. It's not my preference. I do have some, but if I have a chance to get a 33 that's close enough to a 45, I'll go that way. But I am curious about a new label and what they're doing. And actually, that's a record I do like. I know it fairly well. I haven't listened to it in a long time. It is an interesting choice for first choice, but it's not one that has been done over and over again as far as I know. I think
it's a good way to get your steps in.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought, we'll see if they respond to me or how they respond to me.
I mean,
I hope they don't send it because that would mean it breaks up the flow.
Do you have a lot of knowledge about Golden Earring, Mazzy? Is this an album to have?
Well, for people who aren't heavily into kind of proggy stuff, this is their most commercial. Obviously, Radar Love is an outline.
No, hold on, Mazzy. Their most commercial was their hit in the 80s.
No.
Yes, it was.
Okay, the wrong thing. Their biggest selling record of all time is this album.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, let's see. The album with Radar Love, Moon, is it Moon something? What's it called? Moon something. Is their biggest selling record, at least in America. Moontan. Moontan is I'm sure it's great, and it's probably not an expensive record. It was on MCA, as I recall. Am I right about that? Was it on MCA in America?
Well, they've obviously reached out to you, Maz, because they obviously value your opinion. So,
well, right. No, I understand why they reached out. Sometimes I get reached out by a lot of things that are not record related for people that don't seem to know what my channel is about. They're like, I've been getting every week. I get this AI app they want me to review, and they'll supposedly pay you a thing. I'm not going to do anything about AI, that's for sure. So I just ignore it and stuff. But when it's a record from a new label that interests me,
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm thinking Radar Love.
That's their biggest hit in America.
No, it's not.
Records.
Twilight Zone is their biggest hit, I think, in America.
T-shirts.
It was coffee, a top 10 thing.
Photos.
What is the biggest selling Golden Earring record in America ever? Moontan in 1973.
According to Outsider Rock, their 9th album, Moontan, including their classic track, Radar Love, hit the international album charts.
Bang!
Successful album in the United States, being the only Golden Earring album to be certified gold by the RIAA.
Album. Hold on.
Yeah.
In the face. Somebody. I don't know who.
The whole record is good, but that is the most hit-based single song on it.
Hold on. I'm looking at Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone was a top 10 song in the US.
But it wasn't. It was close to there.
Did I send you the wrong size T-shirt, Maz?
No. It's a large. I wear a large. This is a big large.
Not covering his face.
I mean, this will be fine. I'll wash it. I'm just saying how big the logo is. It's going to go down to my cock. Sorry.
So
a bit optimistic.
So, speaking of which, Mazzy was telling me that he just bought a larger penis. He got a bigger one, and it was only $200. I'm like, what the fuck? I paid $2,000.
This is perfect. I wear a large.
I said, what the fuck, man? I paid $2,000 for mine.
A smaller large.
Well, Rob,
I said, Mazzy, show me your dick, and he showed me his dick, and I said,
all right, you know what? Your guy in Hawaii, can you do an expose on Jim and his horrible sense of humor?
He paid $200, but he got my old one.
No, there are other like, okay, in terms of I have had companies for manscaping reach out to me. I've had tent lighting and outdoor camping gear shit. I ignore all this shit.
I was approached by Manufacturing Magazine. They wanted to interview me, and I said, I do not manufacture. And they said, thank you very much.
I am reviewing right now, and this is something that I actually
thank you, Groover.
I'm not really the audience for this, and this is a good device if you have 3 friends that live near you that collect records. This M2 Parlogram just reviewed it. It's a record flattener. It's fucking amazing. It sells for I think it sells for $600. You can get is it 600 but you can get $100 off if you pre-order it. And I haven't finished it yet, but I've been playing with. In fact, I got a record I put in yesterday. I got to take it out. It actually is really good, and it's nicely designed and simple as hell. It's fucking heavy. It's amazing. But to me, I wouldn't pay $600 for any kind of flattener. The one Rob is using is a $2,500 flattener. Is that correct, Rob?
Yes, Patrick uses it.
Not about the money.
Fremer did a video about it, but I find his video very flawed. He treated it like a air fryer. Like he put it in and it fixed it. It took me over 8 months to figure out how to use it correctly.
Well, this one is so fucking simple, and it's beautifully designed. When you open it up, it's like opening up an Apple product with the way the packaging is. There's like this envelope that's made out of felt that has the circles for special 45s and things. It's suggested, this is what I want to try. You can flatten a sealed record that looks warped, and you take out the spindle and you can flatten it. I haven't tried that, and I'd like to.
What's the name of it again?
It's called the M2, but it's called White something.
But it's not available yet, right?
Well, you can pre-order it now. I think they did a Kickstarter and stuff, but Parlogram Auction last week literally did a huge video on it. So he did a thing about flattening Beatle records.
Do you have a flattener already, though, Maz?
No, I'm not the. I would never buy a flattener.
Yeah.
It took me long enough to buy a record cleaner, and I get that more than a flattener.
I bought one, not for my own personal use. I bought it for when I had the shop. Customers would come back in and they'd say that their record, especially 1 or 2 customers, they were really, really fussy, even the slightest of dishes. So I'd say, look, rather than me send it back, because it will just go into landfill, let me flatten it at home. So I had I still do, the Orb flattener, and the results were incredible.
How much does that sell for about?
Oh, crikey. I think it was about 1,500 quid.
Okay, that's close enough. I'm just curious. So,
yeah.
So this is relatively good price. I mean, it's not a cheap item, but I don't really get a lot of warped records that I have issues with. What I want to try, I have a copy of a UK, maybe it's an American, the first Slits album, and it's got a horrible lip warp. And I don't think any flattener really helps with a lip warp.
Well, I can honestly tell you, if it's a skipping lip warp, it's hard to get that out.
Yeah.
If it is a warp that the warp is very close to the lip, that might all turn into a lip warp. So I have had experiences where I've been able to minimize a lip warp, that it plays fine. But for the most case, if it's a skipping lip warp, it's hard to get rid of that.
Like Kimbo and Joey each gave me a bag of warped records to test. And I started with Joey yesterday. I haven't pulled it out yet. It's he got the Miles Davis plug nickel box, and he said about 6 of the records were warped.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm going to do those for him and, test him out and see. So
when you got the extreme warps towards the end of the disc, towards the edge, that deformation has to go somewhere. And because it's not a uniform warp, it just basically spreads outwards. So you'll actually see your
record get longer.
It will do. You'll see your arm doing this. So it'll be flat, but it's obviously being pushed out on the horizontal. But for fruit bowl stuff, very good. And I noticed that I was getting more requests to flatten records immediately after Record Store Day and Black Friday.
Okay, this is the unit, okay? And this is the one I put in last night. It's a 4-hour cycle, 2 hours heating up, then it cools down for 2 hours. It's so simple. There are 3 plus a 4th temperature. They suggest you start at M, which is medium warps. That's what I use so far. So finish. So it's White Bridge is the company, and it's the M2. It's really slim. It's heavy as hell.
I feel like this is fodder for the Hawaiian guy. It'll be controversy.
Let's go look at my 300B. Screw you guys.
He's making a lot of noise over.
Yeah, nonsense.
Okay, wow.
I can tell you that I have my first experience.
This looks perfect.
I flattened a record that was 1964, and it sprung back to the warp shape.
After how long?
Less than a day after, but I put it back in again, and it flattened it. I think it stayed at the flatten.
Okay,
but that was the one time it happened to me.
I just want to. It's really boring, but the one thing I will say, whether this guy is right or wrong, it's if you look at his channel, his very first video is an absolute love letter to Fremer, and his very last video is an absolute almost character assassination. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion about stuff. As I said in the comments, I err on the possibility that 1972 wasn't the dark ages. Planning for concerts was planning. It hasn't changed. So there's a very strong chance that whoever wasn't there on the day because he was jumping on a plane, they could have struck that tape a week before, knowing that this tour was coming up. But my issue isn't necessarily with the content or the sort of hypothesizing. It's how it's presented. It's presented as fact first, which isn't really how it isn't how deep research goes. You're a market, you do market research, Rob. You don't start your presentation with this film's shit, and now I'm going to tell you why. That's not how it works. So, he just needs to temper what he is saying, because he might find himself in a situation where he could get sued for libel, slander, and he might even have to do a 180. So he needs to present his whatever it is he's finding.
His opinion.
Or frame it as allegedly, in my opinion, instead of passing it off as verbatim, this is how it is, because it's damaging. And I'll tell you why it's damaging, because it's introducing an element of mistrust into the community that's affecting the smaller independent labels that are busting their nuts off trying to do it right. So
I agree with you in the sense of this, because what you're saying is very logical and thought out. Here's where I side with the vinyl community and people that do well doing it, is it's a personality-based community.
Yeah.
And he has no personality. He is not established. I'm not saying he's not camera ready, but probably not. But what I'm saying is he hasn't introduced himself in any legitimate way. What's his background, where he comes from. It seems like his motivation is very narrow.
There's no foundation.
No foundation. He's not being and I always say, again, whether I have the right to do this, I teach a class in digital media distribution, And I kind of
sound like that guy in line at Annie Hall. You know?
I kind of say to people,
I happen to know Marshall McLuhan.
Hey, hold on. I say to people, it's about you as a person first. What you talk about is secondary. I don't feel like we know who this guy is, so we can right now he's destined for a deep fall, a long fall, because right now I don't believe a channel does well that gets a ton of views.
That video, I guess.
It does, and you don't get the subscribers to based on those views. Well, I can say this as someone who doesn't have a ton of subscribers, but my views are in line with the amount of subscribers I have, I feel. So regardless of that, I'm not sub-shaming the guy or whatever that. Content is not king. Personality is king.
Yeah, and I don't intend to belittle or diminish what he's doing. He's entitled to say what he wants, and he's not saying it about my stuff. And I hope, you know, I'm transparent with all the stuff that I do. But if you are going to present an argument with that, and it's an argument that's purely based on measurements, how are these, you know, where is the equipment that this is being measured on? Where are the, you know, I'm not seeing any of it. So I can't really take it.
He's pulling his information from people's videos.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, that is the fact. That is the source. Where it's been established.
Well, we're giving him promo right here.
Let me explain. Let's just segment his maybe most notable video is the fight between Fremer and the In-Groove, okay? Or the disagreement between both of them. Regardless of what Fremer says, it's been shown that a lot of things he says have been proven not to be factual. But he is the guy who's been doing this forever. He's the personality. I would take something Fremer says seriously, sort of. But I wouldn't point him as the source of fact.
He's got cred. He's got Steve.
He's got cred.
Yeah.
Mike, as long as I've been watching the vinyl community on YouTube, Mike's progression to where he is equal to Michael Fremer. He has the experience, he has the knowledge, maybe not the years, maybe not the industry connections, but as someone who's a serious collector and sells vinyl, again, I take his opinion seriously. The Hawaiian guy is mishmashing all that together to create some sort of weirdo narrative about these things.
You know,
really sucks.
Mike here from Jazzbum Mike says you should get him on Westman. I think that'd be a mistake, but interesting enough, first of all, it would give him more visibility and he'd love that. But we don't know how he would react without a script in front of him and just casually talking and his knowledge. So that
I know how it would be like this.
I mean, I've established my knowledge is very small, but I'm learning. But I say that I preface everything and people correct me endlessly in the chat. I have that aid to me, but this guy, I don't know what his deal is. I really just don't.
He is not a fictional AI character.
The other thing is he completely ripped me off. I was going to do that. I was going to make some bucks.
Okay, wait, Jim. How did he rip you off if there's no video existing that you're doing that?
David
I was thinking
David
about
Atkinson. Fremer always has he's got the Jewish shtick. He's always been a comedian wannabe. That's kind of how he started in acting and that whole thing. He is very well versed in equipment and turntable setup and gear and stuff. But he's got a little cantankerous, and it happens to a lot of
records.
people.
He's got a shit ton of records.
He's got a ton of records. He knows music. He knows the history. He's got the thing. And sometimes I've met him twice, and actually he's very charismatic. He's he's fun to talk to.
Craig.
It's my new channel, Vinyl Shit.
Well, now you're.
Hold on, you just stole Mazzy's whole shtick.
No, that's the guy in Northern UK. What's his name? Remember the two characters, the puppets?
Hold on. Leland's breaking some news here. Is this true, Leland? Super Sense wanted to have a private discussion with him, and he pivoted and said no. We need to have the discussion in the comment section of my video. Where does this exist? Is it in the comment section? I mean, here's a difference. Again, Danny K is doing stuff like Danny just did a whole using AI as a tool to do a shootout.
Yeah.
Is that video up yet, Danny? Can you put a link for it? That is the kind of stuff the Hawaiian guy is not doing.
That's the kind of stuff AI is meant for.
You know, create your channel. This is my opinion. Okay, just one man's opinion. Create a channel first. Let people know what kind of music you like, maybe a little bit your gear, where you're coming from, your history. You know, that's the whole introduction to the VC used to be. I'm into prog, I'm into psychedelic, I'm into soul, and talk about why you're here and what you want to show, and create that thing so we know about you. Then if you want to do a criticism here and there or a over dramatic thing, I've done a couple, and but usually I'm not always right in my opinion on it, but you do things for different reasons, and when there's something bubbling up, everyone talks about it. Beach Boys now, and whatever the Mo-Fi another time.
So
but
Danny,
you don't know what this guy's about.
Danny said Sunday. I know what Danny's doing on Sunday, and I can't wait to see everyone's reaction. It's going to be brilliant, and it's actually going to be. And I hope Danny doesn't mind me mentioning it, but it's just going to take what he did on that first video, that what if video, and take it to the next level. So yeah, absolutely. Sunday's going to be great.
Can you correct me if I'm wrong? I believe Danny was the first guy to show those Super Sense records. Were you, Danny? I think that, in my knowledge, that was true.
I should do a video on my vision of being a record collector and going to Hawaii and kind of base it on that. And
I think you should do a video of you wearing headphones, just listening to music.
Hey, Mazzy, I saw that episode of Magnum PI where you showed up and were murdered.
Well, I first went to Hawaii when I was 19 with my friend Larry, who got a free trip from work, and his girlfriend couldn't go, so I was like the +1.
Wow.
And we were 19, and in those days, the drinking age in Hawaii was 18. And so we definitely, like, when you're young and it's legal and it's,
pina coladas, baby.
Yeah. Drinks they're in a half of a watermelon or something. Yeah.
Danny Kaye actually introduced the vinyl community to quite a lot of things for the first time. So Super Sense, that was the first time I'd heard of it, was through him. Optical cartridges, which was an absolute game changer for me. So yeah,
Are you using an optical cartridge?
I got 3.
Which ones?
I got the E1, the 003, and the W3.
You like them, huh? Now you have to use that special phono stage or whatever?
Yeah, they each need their own equalizer, and I now don't have a normal traditional cartridge in the house at all. All 3 systems are all optical. I mean, I use them for, well, you've seen on the back of the label, on the booklets that we do, we talk about the kit that we use to evaluate test pressings and OGs. I can't go back. I can't go back even to a great moving coil. Absolutely dead silent, super fast. And the reason being is because the cantilever, it's not under any magnetic influence whatsoever. It's just kind of suspended.
Interesting.
So transients, percussion, surface noise, it's all just so much better. Yeah, there you go.
Since we got Craig here, I'm going to showcase 2 of his wonderfully progressive, semi-psychedelic, proggy, fusion jazz
Before you
records.
go into that, Mazzy, Craig, am I correct that you only have 4 copies of that left?
Of that one, yeah. 4.
This one?
Yeah, out of 500.
Reach out. These are amazing, amazing sounding records, Analog October records. I'm shilling, but these are good records. These sound amazing.
I will say my favorite is the last one you just put out of the 2.
So is there a Jazz Bum stream tonight?
2 of them are watching. Chris, are you doing a stream tonight? I can't participate because I'm wedding festivities.
You getting married?
Unfortunately, no. Or fortunately, no. My nephew's getting married. We're having stuff this weekend.
I sent Dave Gibson a little care package this week. So
yeah, he showed it. He
did. He did. I'm really looking forward. And I said to him, it's completely no strings. You're not obliged to do anything with it, but just send me your feedback in an email. So I'm looking forward because I've given him, because I only have a small finite amount of test presses available. So I just kind of went eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and sent 3 to him. And I'm keen to see. I'm keen to see what he thinks. But Danny has had the next 3 releases on test press now for about 2 months. And
what's the closest one that's going to be put out?
So there's actually 4 on the slate. There's 2 Turning Point albums, Creatures of the Night and Silent Promise. That's 004 and 005. Then Mike Westbrook's Citadel Room 315, which is a double LP. And then, but the first one actually out the gate will be in July, and it's from a British jazz musician called Henry Lowther. And it's a new recording, and I wasn't really intending to do anything new, but he actually approached me and said, could you help me bring this to market? So we kind of worked out how to do it, and we're sort of, Analog October Records is kind of overseeing everything, but he's funding it and putting it out as a private press through us. Really interesting to see how it does. Very limited numbers, 300.
For me, it's interesting because this is music I've never heard before.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have been exposed to. I mean, I remember seeing some of the Neil Ardley records in my historically, but I don't think I've ever heard them before.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. I'm not really into, and I've said this before, I said it on Westman last weekend, I'm not really into reissues of reissues because I remember as a kid buying records that I would buy stuff sight unseen and just hope that when I got home it landed. So, Pet Sounds is a... oh, yeah, he did. You should have that by now, Chris. Just discovered.
What style of jazz is this guy?
Henry Lowther. So here's the thing. So Henry Lowther is sort of very British jazz, but he was also an amazing session player throughout the 70s and 80s. So if you look into his sort of discography and see all of the, the big sort of heavy pop songs that he played on as a session musician back in the day. And then in July, we're putting on a live performance of the new album in London to celebrate his 85th birthday, 85. So it's important.
Wait, so this guy's 80 and the album was recorded recently?
Yeah, so the album was recorded in 2023. And they approached me and said, because the London Jazz Orchestra, which is kind of like this jazz orchestra in London, ironically, we actually did a live performance of Neil Ardley's Kaleidoscope of Rainbows last year at the London Jazz Festival at the Barbican. And that's when that conversation first started. We recorded this album, we don't know what to do with it. And then we had a couple of chats, and then Henry got in touch and said, I'd really like you to help us push it through. So yeah, it's a private press, so you don't have like a huge budget to go to town on it. But Casper at Gearbox, who did the others, did this, and we're just waiting for the TPs.
How many copies are you putting out?
300, and we're probably going to shift a fair number at the live show. There's a seating capacity of 200, so if you factor in maybe 25 to 30% of people there will buy a copy. So we hope to have some more. No, Rob, Carlos, there isn't, and I'll tell you why. Because I found the whole thing very frustrating. Rob knows this. I am looking at my options, and have had a couple of chats with 2 particular people. The distributor who was affiliated with my UK distributor, I wasn't seeing that much forced exposure on my stuff. So I decided to pull it. and supply it directly through customers through the website.
Well, I mean, you practically selling out that one title on your own.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that means, at the moment, so I've got 4 left. That means that there's 496 copies out there in the wild, which, blows my mind, because this was really a kind of, if I don't do this, nobody will. So what was that?
It seems silly to me that there is no one here in the U.S. that's willing to sell them here for you.
Well, the 2 people that I've been speaking to.
Right.
One of the conversations that I had, I kind of dropped the ball because I was also in the process of closing down my shop and shutting down the retail operations. And that is an absolute ball ache. There you go. That's the kit.
A ball ache?
Ball ache.
Ouch.
Have you never heard that?
No, my balls are aching just hearing about that. How come there's no slip mat or bubble gum insert in here, like extra bonus? Just kidding.
All right, guys, I gotta go. Have a lovely rest of your day, morning.
Say hi to all the guys making the cookies, please.
And everything is beautiful. It's a beautiful day.
Good to see you, Jim.
Take care, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Maz.
Well, you got to have visuals. This is fucking YouTube. Visuals. It's about visuals.
Yeah, I haven't got anything up here. I've literally just got empty sleeves for that
this
one.
This is a double. This is a single LP.
Yes. And so that's Abbey Road Half Speed mastered by Miles Shao. So there is a digital step in there that we're very transparent about. And the other one is AAA, all analog. And then the first,
that one is more jazzy to me.
Yeah. Well, he didn't like being labeled.
First one's kind of spacey. If you're like a space rock, proggy person, this is probably more in that.
Yeah. But that's excellent too.
And
the covers you went from scratch reproducing these covers pretty much.
So that one is because obviously my background is in the film industry. I scanned multiple copies of the sleeve and then I broke them all up into their separate elements and then recompiled it at high res. The other one, the Kaleidoscope of Rainbows, the rights holder sent me a picture of a cardboard tube that had these 4 sheets of black and white film on about yay big. And it turned out that they were the CMYK color separation cells from the original John Pash, who did all the Rolling Stone stuff. And so I got those scanned and completely rebuilt the sleeve for the 3rd release using original photographic elements. So no scanning of sleeves at all. And that's, it makes a difference because when
Rob stayed at my house last 2 years ago, whenever it was, and he broke my lamp, he was dressed like a druid, like this. He had one of those things on.
Hey, Hawaiian guy, can you settle this issue here with your nonsense? I like the fact that we're nicknaming him the Hawaiian guy, and I never seen him say, I'm from Hawaii. There you go.
How do we know he's from Hawaii? I guess I haven't watched.
I don't know, but he is now known as the Hawaiian guy.
Because he says aloha from Hawaii. It's Wyatt Foley.
I guess I haven't really watched him, so I shouldn't criticize. I didn't watch his last.
Can you introduce your videos, Aloha from Seattle?
Kamawanalea, remember that?
Yes, there you go. Grumpy old man.
What's Danny saying? Oh yeah. Artwork we're creating. It's you don't have to do it, but it's you want that record to catch the eye immediately, and the quality has to be consistent from the point of sale right the way through to the needle hitting the record. So
these have been in my new releases and in rotation still since they came out. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm about to file them away finally because I'm doing that. But I guess I'm going to put them in the jazz section, not the rock prog section. Would you agree?
My label will always be jazz fusion. I mean, not the kind of, there's so much just sort of like normal jazz out there, and it's also.
But for prog rock people, this is a good way to get into jazz somewhat because it's more on the prog side than the jazz side, I think.
Yeah, I think the harmony of spheres also. I mean, it's almost kind of bordering on almost sort of Kraut stuff as well, sort of Tangerine Dream, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's all about trying to sort of bring about a sense of discovery. Oh my God, I've never heard this before. How have I got through this far in life and hearing it for the first time?
I have a question for you. That German label, Brain, what's their deal? Are they still existing, or someone just is licensing their titles to put them out, like whatever versions are out now?
Brain Records, Hamburg based.
Yeah. I'm curious. Does anyone know that?
I don't know it.
They have the one record I'm looking for is an OG of Rock Sessions with Embryo and Mal Waldron.
Oh, they did all the new stuff. Caravan, Klaus Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
What's the catalog number?
I don't know off the top of my head. Let me look it up. Hold on.
God, they got some great stuff. I wonder who owns the rights.
The catalog number for the record came out in 1973 is 1036.
Embryo, Rock Session. Well, who owns the rights to this catalog now? Or is it still in there? Oh, Polygram.
Polygram owns it. How are they to deal with? Are they part of a bigger company, right? No.
Yeah, I've not approached them for anything. There's nothing really appropriate that I want. Currently, I'm dealing with a privately held catalog for 8, 9, and 10. So, which are typically a lot easier to deal with than the majors, because the majors are really slow. Nothing happens for a long time. It's just, it could be, like I said on Westman, it's, it could be a year to 18 months before you sort of start to see parts moving.
Yeah.
I quite like the smaller privately held catalogs.
Well, people want to buy those. Just the label, we get the licensing for all them.
Yeah, and it's a good way to build a catalog so that when you do go to the majors, you can say, I've done this. And they appreciate that. Did Chris or Mike say whether there was a stream tonight?
Hey, hold on. Let me message directly. Because Mike's busy with his baby, so it would have to be Chris.
Is anyone else coming up?
I don't know. Does anyone want to come up? Leland, do you want to?
Elliot, I'm not the first fuck. I did one AI thumbnail. I'm certainly not.
No, you've done more than one.
No,
AI.
I haven't. What I do, I have used post-production to change contrast and color palette stuff on some videos. On some thumbnails, but they're not AI created. That is post to make it pop.
It's it's a tool, and everyone, there are some people out there using it for all of their. I have no issue with it because these are people doing these videos. I think Westman got a lot of flack for using thumbnails, AI generated thumbnails.
Rob does it all the time, every day.
Yeah, every day.
I'm not against it. I'm just saying you do.
The guy has a full-time job. Steve gives up an hour, at least, probably a good few hours by the time he's prepped the show and they have their little sort of pre-show preamble. he's doing this for nothing. And, you know, he doesn't have an art department. You know, he doesn't have a graphic designer on his payroll. He's doing this. It's a passion. And there's, you know, I don't see anything wrong with that.
So, you know, sometimes you do it for fun, for entertainment.
Okay, purposes. Now Mazzy's showing he uses AI more.
We did this is not my YouTube video. We did a series of Lawnmower Man with Kimbo and Joey Callio and Coffee Dave. And we did these lawnmower posters. Okay. I mean, of course, let's see.
I do, you know, do a little 10% editorial to those.
See, I don't use, you know, the licensing contracts, because I've actually had to rewrite quite a few of the licensing contracts that we get, because the contracts are from a completely different era. They're quite archaic. You know, they refer to, you know, masters being provided on DAT or CD, which is that's you know, so but I always include a clause that actually, and I include this myself, that prohibits me from using any sort of form of AI or generative AI, either in the sonics or in the artwork or the printed materials. So, you know.
Well, here's a good question, and Danny left. Does anyone know of any reissue that AI was used in the remastering or of the record? I'm curious about that. Hey, Hawaiian guy.
I was going to say, I know who you can ask.
Hawaiian guy.
A lot of people, okay, I used to have a big thing against auto-tune because I think a lot of pop stars and rap stars were using it, and you can hear that kind of metallic edge to their vocals, and to keep it in key. I hate that. But, you know, some people said, well, is McCartney's new album AI? It's not auto-tune. It's not auto-tune per se, but the Beatles, going back to look at Tomorrow Never Knows, I mean, they used vocal effects of the day. And if you use a vocal effect or any kind of recording effect too much, it can sound fake and phony and just bizarre. And, you know, the psychedelic era, there was a ton of it, and proggy too in some cases. And now there are various levels and updates, and as you know, not stems, but plugins and all that shit. I don't know about that stuff, but you would know better than I would about effects on records, and it depends on how it's used. And I think it's fair how it's used.
Hold on, Mitch. How do you know this? How do you know this is the case?
I just want to say, Oakenshield 69. Have you been reading my emails?
Yeah, Oakenshield. What's up with that?
Herc, I've seen Hitchcock electric set, but not a recent electric set. Robin Hitchcock you're talking about. I haven't heard him do Purple Haze, but I have that 1967 record he did a couple years ago, with the book, which is excellent.
There's to pick up on what Oakenshield said. There's conversations happening at the moment, and there's a few titles in the Gull catalog that I am extremely excited about and interested in, specifically because they were all recorded at Morgan, which I think was one of the absolute best studios in London during its reign. So and they were all engineered and mixed and produced by Martin Levan and people of his ilk. So yeah, that's an ongoing conversation that I can't really say more than that at the moment. But yeah, there's a list.
What was the biggest record put out on Goal?
So David Howells, who owned Gull, he was very instrumental actually in the launch and debut of Judas Priest. So yeah, that was probably the most mainstream. And then because his lineage is he was in the throughout the 60s and first part of the 70s, he was quite a big deal at Columbia for UK. In fact, his first job at Columbia was he was told to go to London Airport, which was Heathrow, to pick up Miles Davis. And he's got this great photo in his hallway, and it's just basically him sort of standing there in front of Miles Davis with his hand reached out, introducing himself to Miles, explaining that he's from Columbia. And the very first thing that came out of Miles Davis's mouth was, "Where's my money, motherfucker?" And that was it. So, and they got on like a house on fire. But yeah, he's just had such a great career. And he's always if I have an issue or if I have a question, he's like a mentor. I mean, he's done it all. If you Google him. So yeah, I always run stuff by him, especially if I need to send an email that I'm not quite sure about the tone. Rather than run it through ChatGPT, I'll always run it through David. And yeah, he's in his 80s and he's just an absolute font of knowledge and inspiration. So I'm very lucky to have someone like him on my side.
With any of those things, ChatGPT, you have to verify it too, because they don't get it right. My former writing partner, David Bacon, he went in to get some stuff on our book, the Beatles England book we did many years ago, wanted to do this outline. And it talked about Beatles England from 1982, written by the guy Carr. And it's basically the two guys that did the Beatles illustrated books. They're called illustrated record books. They did a Stones book. And they put their names on our book. That's what ChatGPT came up with. And we kept asking, it came up with the same two wrong names until we asked it a very different one. And then I went in and said, no, these books were written by Norman Maslov and David Bacon. And they said, no, you're in error. These were, and then we asked it a different way and it came out correctly. But some people would get that and think that's the honest truth. And it's not.
I think people rely on it too heavily. I mean, it's early days. It's same as, when desktop publishing first kicked off, in the sort of early 90s, and that's it, it was all very rudimentary and raw, and then it obviously grew. This will grow and this will become more embedded into everything. But, people say, "Oh, I'm not using AI. I'm against AI." It's like the minute you use your sat nav, the minute you ask a web page to be translated, you're already using it.
The best thing for me, 3 years ago, I started subscribing to Grammarly.
Grammarly. That's AI.
And it's about $150 a year. I tend to get a little dyslexic and reverse words when I'm writing letters or writing things. And Grammarly is automatically in my emails and everything else, and it corrects syntax, spelling. It'll suggest you can program it to make it more, business-like or make it looser, and it gets to know you. And that's AI basically, but it makes my writing better and it makes me aware of my writing better. And sometimes I'll look at something I won't even see. I use like TOTO. I put it in twice and I just miss it, and it'll call that kind of stuff out. Obviously spelling is the obvious one. Or I say things in 3 different ways to say things I could say in one way, and it suggests things for you. So Grammarly is a good use of that. And if you write a lot, it's a great tool.
Grammarly, are you paying Mazzy?
No.
Hey, I use Grammarly. And I believe for me, I've learned from Grammarly, but even basic spell check is AI. Come on, people. Yeah. Everyone uses it. Welcome back from what, Trish? I didn't go away.
He is away. He is away.
I'm out of town, but I did 2 streams this week.
Did I hear right that your car got sideswiped? Am I late to the party?
Yeah. Someone decided, and now they're changing their tune on the story, but they pulled into me in my lane. My car runs fine, but I need to have it fixed.
Was it did Robin Wax get in a car accident?
What would you say, Greg?
I said, was it a self-driving autonomous AI car?
No, it's electric, but no, I would never turn on that feature even if I had it.
That's a line I'm not prepared.
Oh no, the other car was a Charger, Dodge Charger. So, and even if like my insurance company went through the analysis and said it was the way the impact and everything was the other guy's fault.
Were the records okay?
Yes. Yeah, I mean the car drives and charges. The side swipe did not affect the car driving.
Right.
It's body
cosmetic,
damage.
but that's going to be like $3,000, $4,000 for insurance.
Actually, the other person was Harry. He flew down to LA. Yeah, but I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm consulting a lawyer right now just to make sure, because the last thing I heard from them is we're evaluating it and we'll get back to you with our decision. They're the other guy's insurance.
Usually your insurance company will let you just drop the car off right away and get it fixed. And then
I'm having issues with my insurance company. So,
well, yeah, where there's blame, there's a claim.
Yeah. We're hopefully here's the way I feel about this stuff. If we were to make a montage video of car crashes just in LA, but they happen all the time. There's the reason there's an insurance industry. So whatever.
And they happen 100 times more with human drivers
and maybe the damage to my car is a little more than a fender bender, but it was a fender bender essentially.
Well, it's still a ball ache.
Yeah, no, again, but here's the funny.
I need to use that on a video.
My outlook on the world is I am no one special. I am on this planet like everyone else.
Track 1, slide 3 gave me a ball ache, but it was a good ball ache. And when I listen to the way the guitars and the orchestration comes in, especially that Ian Carr trumpet flugelhorn, where it merges into the ball achiness of the entire. I can make shit up. I don't know.
Blue ballage.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh man.
Right. I was writing today, so I need to get back to that. But thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for coming by, and congratulations on selling out that title.
Oh, hang on. Nope, still got 4.
I understand. I saw other people posting it. I don't know what it was. I'm almost certain those 4 will disappear. People, if you don't have it, go order it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any out there in the wild now, because I don't think any shops in the US. Well, I know that the US distributor hasn't got any because they asked and I said no. So I don't think there's any out there in the wild. So yeah.
Well, I'm certain that are you in position? Not that you want to do that. You have other things that you would you could repress it if you wanted to, right?
I can. I can. During the license period, I can press as many as I like. However, it was a limited hand-numbered edition with that 8-page heavy card weight booklet. So if I was to do a repress, I can do a repress, but I would probably I'd have to not do limited hand-numbered, so that box would have to go. I would probably do a QR code on this sleeve that would link to a PDF version of the booklet. So that would keep the costs down as well. But it would be the same cut, but it would just be a different, less special version. But, we'll see. We'll see. I've still got 2 years on the license, and I'll probably renew it as well when it expires and just keep it going like I will with the other stuff. So yeah, we'll see. But I can't do an exact. Oh, and that's the other thing. If I do it that way, it needs a whole new catalog, a whole new SKU barcode number, because it's technically a different thing. So yeah, never say never. But I've got these other 4 to get out first.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's expensive because I'm not.
A big operation.
I'm not a big deal. And the film industry is completely stagnant at the moment. So I actually haven't been on set since the beginning of last autumn. the last film that I did. We ended in, I want to say, September. So yeah, and then the shop closure. I decided to just, which has been great, but an absolute ball ache. And yeah, so yeah, I'm doing this not. I'm doing this on when I can, and I'm not rushing it, because if you rush it, it's just going to come out half baked. So you know, when they come out, it's because it's the right time for them to come out. Yeah. What are you laughing at?
The last comment, Marcus's comment. Bring it up, Rob.
Well, Marcus, you need to go check that out if you easily have a ball ache.
Well, thank you for enlightening me.
Thanks for coming up. Appreciate it.
Well, there's a package for you at home, Rob, when you get back.
Okay, I appreciate that too.
I'm not sure about the sizing.
I'm XXL. I'm large and in charge.
Yeah,
but they run big. So
they do run big. So you got an XL, and also these aren't publicly available. These are just something that I did as a little. So the only people that have got them are my mastering guys, Miles and Casper, and then anyone that's kind of been, you know, what I call a friend of the label.
Yes.
And it's based on, you know, it's actually based on a T-shirt that somebody else did, which was kind of like buy now, cry later.
I wish you sent me the custom one, the one that they misprinted when it says "cunt" now.
Oh no! Hold on, I smell Hawaiian guy video.
I usually wear two T-shirts, but
T-shirt controversy.
It does fit.
Good. Yeah, an Analog October Records gem. So these aren't publicly available. So, you know, it's just for people that have really kind of spurred me on.
Well, I redesigned the wax logo, so maybe there's a future for that.
Okay. I really liked your your thumbnail today.
Yes.
Actually, I quite like that because it's the first time it actually looks like you.
Yeah. Well, here's what I was doing. Original Bitmoji did these caricature things.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that was the closest to looking like me. And then they moved to a different, like more of a 3D type of thing. So I downloaded as many of expressions, and I just would take that and put it on whatever AI created. But that was created for something else, and I thought it just fit because I was switching the day of the stream. So whatever. You know, the thought that I put into the streams, like I don't prepare, obviously. And the motif of the thumbnails are just whatever occurs to me on the spot. So I create them. So
well, I might do some new T-shirts when I launch my very specialized puppet vinyl community channel.
Well, there you go.
Well,
is that an original puppet?
Yeah. This is so because that's what I used to do, as you know. So this is just kind of.
Do you remember Alan's channel? He had what are the two puppets? Guys? Yeah, Pension Derek. He was a vinyl community puppet guy. He had two puppets, and he would Pension Derek. And Google Pension Derek on YouTube, and he's back again doing some videos, but not with Pension Derek. They were hysterical. He would do, you know, these Pension Derek meets Michael 45 and Mazzy, and Rob would show up, and you know, and it wasn't mean spirited. They were really entertaining, and he's a smart guy. And so those were the vinyl community.
How do we fix this, Craig?
I'm on it.
All right.
This is a real ball ache.
Yeah. Thanks, Roberto, for causing trouble for Craig. Thank you.
We shipped to China this week, and some guy in Australia bought 10 copies of the Courtney Pine. Is a
really?
hi-fi dealer. And I was like, okay, right. Settings, countries I don't ship to.
Well, technically, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S., but their shipping is like their Like you have to fill out for. I sent some to Roberto, and you have to fill out customs.
He just bought something from the auction. It went. I mean, but I don't.
But you have to fill out customs.
No. Whatnot did the whole thing. There was no customs thing.
No, I sell. It says ship to all countries. There's no exception. So that's a Roberto. Roberto, are you behind a VPN? First of all, because that might trip it.
That visible panty lines.
I bet he is behind a VPN.
Yeah.
Get your shit straight, Roberto. You're the one making the mistake.
Hello, Steve Westman. We were talking about you getting the Hawaiian guy on your show. Don't do it.
Don't put the Hawaiian guy on your show, Westman.
The guy that reads the AI copy and now is dumping on Esposito and Fremer together.
Hold on. This is the best way to do it. Steve Westman, don't have me on your channel.
I will announce here. I'm going to be on Steve. I'm going to be on Steve Westman's this weekend. It's a Sunday 10 a.m. Pacific show.
All right. Oh gosh, why'd you do that, Westman?
Had to change country from USA to PR. My bad. Sometimes PR is paid.
Oh, listen, Roberto, stop making headaches for Craig.
I just killed my website trying to fix this.
Yes.
I'll never sell those last 4.
No. Well, he's going to buy one.
Good.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's
Sunday's
nuts,
fine.
actually. It's nuts, actually.
I just won't go to church this weekend, Steve.
Who else is on with you, Mazzy?
I don't know. They never tell you. It's a secret. My guess is I don't know who's on.
What do you want?
Steve Westman, Joe. We're talking about
Westman. You're not doing a Saturday live stream?
He says, can you read it? It literally says, I'm working, couldn't do any other day.
Yeah, but it doesn't say. I thought he was just talking about having
he's
you
doing
on.
Sunday and Saturday this weekend.
My God, if I've popularized the British phrase ball ache,
you have.
I feel my work here is done.
I've been to the UK 7 times, and I've never heard anyone say ball ache.
To be made. It's a T-shirt that deserves to be made.
What a ball ache!
What a ball ache!
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
AAA release. What a ball ache!
You know, all this audiophile talk. What a ball ache!
I had a bunch of key rings made up for some crew guys a while back, and I stuck my set nickname on it. I don't know whether you can see that.
Hold on, let me make it big. It's a little blurry.
It is a little blurry. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Rack your focus.
What's your name?
I can't say it. Why is that not working? No, fuck it. It will remain a mystery.
I blame Roberto.
Yeah, he's messed up everything.
Elliot, I can't make Wednesday prayer meeting. I got Hebrew school on Wednesday.
We're down to 3.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, people. Craig only has 3 copies left of the Neil R.
We can do whatever you want. You're the guy, Westman, Steve.
Oh, crikey. Hang on a sec. He's bought all 3.
Roberto, did you buy 3 copies?
He's bought all 3 catalog titles.
Oh.
Courtney, Neil, and Neil. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
I bet she's opening a store in Puerto Rico.
An analog October store.
Unfortunately for Craig, his reluctance to come up here, it pays.
I haven't been to Puerto Rico in decades. When I was there the last time, you could figure out how long. They were filming a movie called Jacob's Ladder in Puerto Rico when I was there. So that was 30 years ago.
Tim Robbins, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, Tim Robbins. Yeah.
About I think about 10 years ago, maybe a little more, Puerto Rico was a desirable location to film movies.
35 years ago, because my son was born the next year. So 35 years ago.
Well, there's movies they shot there because a lot of people would go to Hawaii to shoot because it had a lot of different. But
Adrian Lynn.
But it was cheaper to go to
Line Lynn. Yeah.
The popular places, they tend to kind of circulate and they move with the tax credits. So you'll see a lot of films are being made in Eastern Europe, and then we filmed. I spent an amazing 3 months in Hawaii on a show about 5 years ago. And it was beautiful, apart from the fact I could only find one record store. And I don't even know if it's still there. Humbug Records, I think it was called.
I love Puerto Rico, especially when Trump starts throwing toilet paper for the people to grab.
Yeah, Hawaii was great. I don't want to keep
Yeah,
talking.
you're right. They pretend it's Cuba. They double it. But that's the same with like Vancouver, British Columbia. They make it everywhere else, you know.
I'd like to see Vancouver as well.
Yeah. Well, if you ever make it out here, you know, you got a place to stay in Seattle.
Well, I can't say anything, but Danny knows something that's coming up, possibly in the next year or so, and you guys will definitely get a call if I can pull this off. That's all I can say, but it'll be a fun time. No, what I'd love to do is I'd love to go record shopping in Japan.
Me too.
And I had the opportunity when we were in South Korea. We had a few days off, and there was an opportunity to just go on a plane. It's like a 2-hour flight, and I was like, I'm so tired. I can't think of anything worse, and I regret that decision now. Not going. It would have been so much easier. But yeah, I'd love to go. I'd be like a kid in a sweet shop.
It's probably cheaper to go to Japan for me than to go to Salina, Kansas for the Vinyl Summit.
I think that's true for everyone. So you're not going?
Now, of the 4 events that were in that 4-week period of time, I'm coming back here for the Capital Audio Fest. Right. I'm going to go to that.
Because it's the Vienna Hi-Fi show at the moment as well. So there's a lot of people over there.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'll come to that. Maybe there's a slimmer of a chance to go to that WFMU record show, but we'll see what happens.
YouTube's going to be awash now for the next week of people just walking around a massive big convention hall moaning about the sound quality of the rooms, and
I'm sure Fremer will post videos from there of all the crap that he sees.
Well, he got that video out before he left, didn't he? The kind of the big video.
Well, I appreciated. I didn't think it sounded like people were dumping in the Hoffman forums on his comparisons. The second half of that video was the audio clips. Yeah. And they were saying there was a lot of wow and flutter, and for a turntable like that, what's going on? And I didn't really listen closely, so I can't comment, but they were really honest. I don't know if his turntable set up wrong or it's the connection through YouTube or whatever, but there was a lot of wow and flutter, and something's off.
Hold on one second, Mazzy.
For $300,000 turntables.
Elliot, it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. Okay? Do you get it? Anyway. It's the largest helicopter rental thing in the world.
No, he's not building the ballroom. He's going to be one of the fighters in the fight.
Hold on. Listen, Trish. The only balls on this stream today is a ball egg.
Did I read this right? That there's a UFC arena being put up?
Yes, it's ugly as hell.
Hey, Craig, if you're familiar with the movie Idiocracy, we are literally living through it right now.
Set up
you're living through that film. You're living through Wag the Dog. It's nuts. Yes. We will adopt you all.
You know,
you think this is good taste?
Oh. It's a ball ache, Mazzy.
Oh my God. What an episode.
I mean, if anyone thinks this is normal, fuck you.
Hey, all I have to say is it's not normal. Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
It is the most tacky bullshit, you know? He compares this to the Eiffel Tower.
I will end my YouTube channel if Mazzy starts going, yes, this is Mazzy, brought to you by Carl's Jr. If he gets some sort of...
I tell you, that picture gives me a ball ache.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Because there was a time...
This guy has the worst taste in everything. I don't care. I know we started out talking about paint chips and paint colors here, and now we're ending talking about the fucking worst aesthetic and taste. And you don't have to be snooty about it, but it's just terrible. It doesn't belong. It's a fucking ring circus.
Just in a regular world, USA, when I first went to Seattle, where Mazzy is, and I still think it's the case, I felt like I went back to the 70s because Seattle's not like that. It's not like overly marketed with signage and stuff like that. So, what do you?
It's been
okay, so we're coming
2 hours.
to an end. I appreciate Craig coming up, Jim and Mazzy. Thanks for coming on Friday. I'll be back in LA late Monday night. So Tuesday we'll be going from there.
Yes. Thanks you. Thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And is your inventory down to three copies, right?
Hold up.
We'll end where Craig will update. But please go to Analog October. These titles are excellent.
Yes.
They sound good. It's good music. They're well put together. They're worth owning.
They're worth it. I put a lot into them. So, but I didn't come here to shill my own stuff.
No, we invited you up because we wanted to talk about Amsterdam and Holland and the Dutch folks and that label.
Yeah. So my advice, sorry, I know you want to go. If Artone do want to send you that stuff, even though you're not a big fan of 45s,
well, I want to hear it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, of course I will.
It's weird that they've only got one title listed and they haven't kind of given a
right.
A
I asked that. I don't know if we'll answer that, but to me, I'm open to listening to every label, see what they're doing. That's part of it. It's not, and people sometimes offer me stuff. Well, we like to send you this, and when I read what it is, sometimes a lot of times I say no because it's not my wheelhouse.
You know what, Mazzy? I would love for you to make a video of all the stuff you say no to. Please do this.
Why? I don't think I need to point it out. It doesn't matter.
If anything, the Hawaiian guy needs footage to go to.
Yeah, I do get bands asking me. We're pressing a few hundred copies, and I want to send. And when I'll listen to a clip, and if it's something that's not my thing, I don't want to. First of all, I would never dump on someone that's a small independent if I don't like it.
Mazzy will dump on small channels like me. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. Have a good weekend. Enjoy it.
Sorry about the puppet.
Bye.
Bye.